let's talk about how you end a war. It's a question that forces some truly impossible choices. Today, we're going to break down a reported peace plan that really puts this whole dilemma into perspective, weighing the incredible cost of peace against the cost of letting a conflict drag on.
I mean, think about it. There are no easy answers here, are there? Any path to peace is going to involve sacrifice, compromise, and just unbelievably high stakes. The proposal we're looking at today, it forces us to get real about what those sacrifices might actually look like.
So what exactly is this plan? Well, reports are suggesting it's a proposal with U.S. and Russian input, and it lays out a pretty controversial blueprint for peace. So let's get into the fundamental trade-off that's right at its core. Right, so you have to understand at its heart, this isn't your typical peace treaty. It's much more like a high-stakes transaction. The entire plan is built on a really tough bargain. One side has to make these huge concessions just for the chance of some future benefits. And here it is, the whole trade-off in a nutshell. On one side, for Ukraine, the demands being reported are just immense, giving up sovereign territory and shrinking its own military. And in return, Russia gets offered a potential way back into the global economy. It's a very direct deal. You give up territory and military strength, and we'll talk about economic lifelines. Okay, so let's dig into that a little deeper, and let's start with Ukraine. What is the real price of peace that's being asked of them here? You know, this reported quote from President Zelensky, it just perfectly captures how heavy this all is. We're not just talking about bullet points on a screen. This is a massive nation-defining decision. Calling it a difficult choice, that feels like a huge understatement. And here's what that choice really involves. First, giving up sovereign territory. I mean, that's literally redefining your country's borders and who you are as a nation. And second, a major cutback of its military, which, could leave the country in a really vulnerable spot for years, maybe decades to come. These are not small things. They are fundamental sacrifices. So, in any kind of deal, both sides have to have a reason to play ball, right? An incentive. So, if Ukraine is being asked to pay this enormous price, what could Russia possibly get out of it that would make them comply? Now, this is the most important word when it comes to Russia's side of the bargain. Conditional. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is guaranteed for them. Any potential benefits are behind a locked gate, and that gate only opens if Moscow follows every single term of the deal. The path forward here is laid out as a really clear sequence. Step 1, and only after step 1, is full compliance for Moscow. No wiggle room. Only then does step 2, the reward, even become a possibility. And you gotta notice the wording here. It could open a path. It's not a promise, it's a chance. A chance at economic reintegration that has to be earned. So when you take a step back and look at the whole thing, you can really feel the weight of this dilemma. This isn't just about stopping the fighting. It's about forcing this incredibly painful calculation of what peace is actually worth and what gets lost forever in trying to get it. And that's really the core of a truly difficult choice, isn't it? It's when there are no good options on the table. Every single path laid out in this plan involves huge sacrifice and totally unpredictable outcomes. There's just no version of this with a simple happy ending. Ultimately, a proposal like this forces a really uncomfortable question. It's not just about whether peace is possible, but what are the terms we're willing to accept? What concessions are too much? It leaves us all with this one final, massive question to think about. What is the true price of peace?